Today we've got the 05 to 09 Mustang GT BBK Power Plus twin 62mm throttle body. I had an issue where my idle was pretty rough. It would sit at about 750 and raise up to about 820, and it would go up and down, up and down. If this is happening to you, this might be the answer that you're looking for, because it was the answer for me, and all it took was taking this thing out and pulling it apart. And if anyone else is having this problem, hopefully this is your solution. So what you're gonna need is just a regular screwdriver. It can be flathead or Phillips, whatever, it's not a big deal. You're gonna need a T20 bit, and you're gonna need your multimeter. So first thing you're gonna do is obviously take out the throttle body from the car. I bought these from the junkyard off a 08 Mustang because I broke mine because I had no idea how to take it off. So make sure you take it off properly. Pull the red pin, push down, and pull. Or red latch, push down in the middle, and it'll come right out. Next thing you're gonna wanna do is you're gonna look to the motor side, and you've got 5 of these bolts that your T20 is gonna be able to open. Don't worry about these 2 Phillips screws. Those are gonna stay. You're just gonna take off all of these 5. Be careful with the last one because there is a spring in here, just under this cap. Set those aside. So what you're gonna see is this little spring here with this little like ring. You can set that aside. If you look closely with full open throttle, these gears are a little more shaven down than the ones that you use at full throttle. So this little bit of play is the reason that I was not getting the perfect idle. It would fluctuate, it would go up and down because the motor couldn't find the perfect resting RPM. Pretty much I'm going to show you how to put this all back together as if this was the working throttle body. Next thing you're going to do is you're going to get the motor cover. This little cap needs to go. Just a simple anything really that you're going to press down on it. You can smack it on the table, smack it on the ground, and it comes right off. Next thing you're going to want to do is you're going to get the spring, make sure that the cap is on it. There's a little hole just right there inside of the gear, and you're going to line up that little end of the spring into that hole. From there, you're going to get the cover and put it right on top. From here, we can close these back up. Once that's out of the way, we're gonna now go to the spring-loaded little thing. Now, this is how I did it, just because it was way easier. I used the multimeter prongs to properly position the spring. Since there's 4 little grooves on the inside, all I did was use my prongs, set them inside, push down, and twist counterclockwise. Push down, rotate one at a time. Once they're in that little opening, just wiggle it in. It'll make contact, and it's set. From there, this pretty much allows the throttle to stay closed. It'll always go back to the closed position. That's what that tension is for. From there, you're done. The cap has these two little legs on the outside. Make sure that they're lined up to the little opening here. And there's one on the other side. In my case, I didn't know that and I broke them off. It's gonna go on. You can just smack it on and you're good to go. From here, easy enough, just reinstall it back onto the motor. The two nuts on the bottom and the two bolts on the top. Once that's in place, you're gonna reconnect your TPS sensor cable and your motor cable. Make sure that these red clips are pushed in so it's secure. In this instance, I'm gonna do it here on my desk instead of in the vehicle, but everything applies. So from here, you're gonna get your multimeter and you're gonna set it to 10A. I also don't have a battery for this, so just notionally go along with me. You're gonna set the red cable to 1080C and the black cable to COM. From here, your negative cable, you can just attach it to any ground cable, whether it's to the block, to the chassis, whatever cable that is grounded, just plug it into the cable that's exposed and leave it there. Now the red cable, you're going to want to go to the bottom of the 4 cables on the TPS. In this instance, it's yellow. It should be yellow for every 05 to 09, maybe 10 Mustang. So in this scenario, just remember, very bottom cable. What you're gonna do is you're gonna point your little pin into the seal all the way in until it doesn't move, or until you get a reading on your multimeter. Once you get a reading on your multimeter, leave it as is. Once you're in this position where your black cable is grounded and your red cable is inside of the sensor wire, the yellow wire, from here you will turn the key on the ignition to the on position. It's only to turn on the power of the car. Once it's on, you can turn on your multimeter and it will give you a reading. The stock reading should be 0.96 to 0.98. So I set mine to 0.97, where it's fairly in the middle. If it is too high or too low, you're going to use this little bolt, adjust it clockwise or counterclockwise as needed until your voltage reads correctly. Set it to around 0.97 and you should be good. Once you're good to go, you can turn off the ignition. You can remove your multimeter from the set. A general like 5-10 minute drive after you've done all of this should give enough time for your computer to relearn the new changes. From here, slap on your intake and you should be fine.